All right, so I just had something really weird happen to me that I have to share with you now because I created this video or a video similar to it and then erased it. And then immediately after, I checked my YouTube feed and I watched a video by a girl named Alana Green who is discussing spiritual awakening and her experiences. And the video was about synchronicity. And now I've got a handle on exactly why it happens, how you can cause it to happen, and um, how it's really it's feedback. It's the last video that I did allowed me to understand how this works. Now I have to post the video because I left a comment for her, uh, that I liked her video and told her that she's doing an awesome job. And then I asked her if she'd like to know why. So maybe she already knows, but what that did was because it was within seconds of me deleting my video, now I have to make this one. So here's how it goes. Okay. Imagine this is you and this outer oval is your as far as you can see in front of you to the both sides and back. We'll call this your sphere of perception. Okay. Now remember in my last video, the illusion is that you think this is you, but in reality, you are the container. This is all you. But check this out, okay? Within your experience, within your range of perception, there are going to be various different people. It's going to look something like this. We're going to say that the people that are kind of similar to you are shaped in similar ways in this example, and the people that are different than you are shaped like rectangles or squares. Okay. Now, what happens is we establish bonds with the people that we're close to, and those people are typically the ones that we are similar to. So it looks kind of like this. Now, in reality, it's more like this. So even though, let's say that this is our close friend and we have another friend here, these two in our experience don't have any communication with each other. They don't talk to each other, they don't phone each other, they don't barely know each other. However, they're connected because we are all connected here because this is all us. And what happens is when you speak to this person in your reality, all of them are aware. And if we really get into it, it doesn't even look like this. It's more like this. It is all connected. It's all connected with each other. I could keep drawing these lines across each void here. It's just every single thing is connected to everything. But see, the illusion is that they don't need to be friends. They don't have to know each other. They don't have to experience each other. None of that has to take place in order for everything to know what's going on. So that's why sometimes you talk to somebody, you reveal a secret to this person, and all of a sudden you're in a conversation with maybe this person and this person, and you could swear that they know the secret somehow with the things that they're talking about. They're like dropping hints that they know what you did or what you said or the secret. That's why, because they do, because it's all connected. But so you may have heard that as every one door closes, another door opens. Well, here's how this works, okay? You choose your you choose your reality based on the bonds that you establish with the various entities in your existence. Okay, and that's your way of communicating with this quote matrix simulation reality experience is the bonds that you have with these entities. So if you're best friends with somebody who's constantly getting in trouble and they're just bad luck, they have bad luck, they constantly have bad things happening to them, then that's going to play a role in your experience until you cut that entity out of your existence. But what happens is you can use this to your advantage, because when you speak to one, you can, if you said something like, boy, I really can't wait to change my career, and I'm considering going into, would pick a career, whatever, uh, a banking career, and you speak to this one. Well, what that does is that creates a pulse, and it sends the pulse out to every single entity within the furthest your sphere of perception. And then what will happen is, after you've spoken that to one, or maybe you speak it to another, two or three of the entities in your existence, then all of a sudden, boom, in will enter an entity, right? And I manifested it here, but in reality, what it is one of these that you don't have any connection with. You don't even know who they are, but because they're connected with your network, all of a sudden they manifest, and then it's up to you to create the connection with them. And once you do that, you've then confirmed your intention was accurate when you spoke to these entities. So that's how synchronicities work. That's how you can control them by what you say. If what happens is, these NPC characters, because this is a simulated game, it's a simulation reality experience. What their goal is to get you to stumble off of your intention. So you could say to this one, I'd really like to change my career and go into a banking career. And then they might say something to you like, yeah, but you're doing so well in what you're doing, and it's safer for you to stay where you are. Now, here's the challenge: is if you say, yeah, you're probably right. When that happens, then you're sort of severing that, you're fizzling that pulse. But if you say, nope, I am 100% ready, and I'm sure that this is the path I want to take, and I'm going to stop at nothing to get into the banking line of business, what's going to happen is then you're going to be, out at a restaurant, and a bank executive is going to drop their wallet. You know, they're going to walk by your table and accidentally drop their wallet on the floor, and you're going to pick it up and hand it to them and make a new bond and acquaintance, and then that seed is going to grow into the experience that you're attempting to manifest, or that you want to manifest. And as long as you follow the leads and open the door as another closes, right? Because when one door opens, another closes. Um, then you're changing your molecular structure. Because remember, this is not you. You are the container of it all. Okay, so that's how the synchronicity works. That's why it works the way that it does. And that is how you're able to manifest. Okay, so if you, what this is going to look like is, I'm going to show you, you're going to change your molecular structure, and that's what alters your experience, just like this. So these are your close friends. These are your friends in the circle or whatever. Now, you're not aware that they're all connected, but let's say that this one is an alcoholic, and they're just a downer, they're unhappy, and they're miserable. Well, you have to eliminate them. And then when you do eliminate this one, you've made room to create a new bond. So maybe now you make a bond with this one, which is somebody who's just entered your reality. Okay, and then by doing that, you have shown the universe that you're not going to tolerate alcoholism or any of that. It's okay for the people that choose to do it, but it's not going to be your reality. And as you change these entities in your existence, your molecular structure changes. And when I say that, what I mean is the interconnection of all of it. If you look at this system, it resembles an atom where there's a nucleus, and then there's positives and negatives. So there's protons and electrons, and then there is an external shell. Usually there's several layers of shells. It's arguable that the five senses are actually layers within your existence. This would be perception, because you can see the furthest. Next would be hearing, because then hearing, you can tend to hear things that are far away. Then would be smell, and then touch, and then taste. So there could be five shells to your atom, and you're choosing the various different um, positive and negative charges that take place within your experience, which is you. So I hope that made sense to you, and it should explain how you can actually create synchronicity. And this does not just go for people. This is animals, this is plants, this is everything in your existence. So everything is aware of what you're doing, because it's all you. And that's why if you speak to if you speak out loud saying that you have a question, and you're wondering why things work a certain way, then eventually the answer will present itself to you. And it's just that's why, is because everything is connected within this setup, and everything is you. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I appreciate it. And leave some comments for me. Let me know what you think. Bye.